Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 3 replay. Spawn on the left side is the blue Chinese with Jacques, Phoneix. Spawn on the right side is the red Incans. We have Vindian. Now let's take a look at see what natives in the map. Down south we do have the Jesuit mission, which does allow them to deploy out some conquistadors. So it looks like we're maybe in Spain, or somewhere in Spain's influence. European adventurer armed with a gun riding on horseback. Good against cavalry, so it's a dragoon variant. And on the north side, we do of course have the Jesuit mission, which also grants access to the Conquistador. Yep, looks like the same native location there. Reds immediately spawned out of the spam clicking. It does spawn out a trade post in the middle of the map. And I hear one from the other player. And once these players go ahead and get the first shipment, I'll take a look to see what they can ship on in. Let's fast forward until that point. And there we go. Now we do have shipment available. Let's take a look at the stack. We've got villagers, cords of wood, American allies, who gets one free ally. Chumum Metallurgy gives the villagers gather coins faster and longer for 20% in this age. That's pretty good. Usually the equivalent ones were like called the mint, I think it was called, which is a commerce age item, which I suppose is a little bit faster. Nothing too significant. It's just dark age. You probably won't go for that first to begin with, because you have to collect food to go to the next age, and only food. Cameos. When shipment arrive, all your current food is exchanged for equal amount of coin. It can be used infinite amount of times. A good way to prolong your coin collection later on, of course, does take all your shipments. You're trying to build around that. Got coin, shimmy runners, bloom spearmen, jungle bowmen, native tribes, Tamos, 3 Tamo Travos, Tambo Travos. I don't know why that just seems funny to me. And of course, I got the War Hut Travis Amaria support. Since fire Chicos and greatly improved them in combat. Increase the building of Chicos, which sounds like a native unit then. Plus 50% hit point, so it must be some sort of dirt cheap native unit which you may not be able to get. Maybe I'll give him native ally though. Chicos Brewing, increase the food production of Concha's houses. Priests can gather from resources crates and treasures. Villagers, fishing boats, and Chinkas rafts gather faster from animals. Town centers, priestess, melee infantry combat, 8 bolus warriors, Orcus, enemy support, and couriers. Couriers, not couriers. All infantry and cavalry train 45% faster. And the Chimu runners do actually increase the hit points of Chimu runners, so maybe eyeing from mass shock. With some other counter units mixed on in. World of Others. All native warriors upgraded champion level. Hit points and build limit increase native NPCs. So signing for natives and streamy runners. Heavy fortifications and terrorist farming. Those generate resources faster for farms and estates. Just 20%. And also takes less time to be built, and the upgrades research much faster. The Chinese are a bit more of an all-rounder. Does already do the one-time muster there, which will make all town citizen villagers provide a one-time muster of 1 villager, which if you do early on, they probably get 2 to 3, equivalent to others. And T-Export gives you 1 free consulate and ships 100 export for that consulate. Also gives a nice little trick of export. Got wood, gold, Shuko news. And army, Shuko knows the Step Riders hit point increase. Pikemen, Step Riders, Mongolian Scourge. Step Riders do more damage versus villagers and buildings. Keshiks do more damage against heavy, cav, and shock infantry. Iron Players do more damage versus archers and skirmishers. Some Rattan Shield mercenary units. Wood, arquebusts, repelling volley, Keshiks, Step Riders. Beijing army ships 8 Step Riders, 8 Keshiks, upgrades both. Also gives them discipline upgrade for them, very good. and mortars. Intervention, chance of shipment of units from your consulate, which I think the French give out grenadiers. Villagers gather food from all sources faster, and saga herd. Each village and township do one-time muster of 4 sagas, which I think are technically wild, not livestock. Now the Incans start advance on forward. Let's just go and quickly cover this. Chuko News, Visit Reforms, Keshiks, Step Riders, and Western Reforms. So got a bit of aggression on the Chinese. He has deployed out the Summer College, does give free bandit armies designed for a bit defense. And they've got the Shimmer Step Riders, a Hussar variant, which will be used for the bowmen, not for these plume spearmen. The village does go down, does put the Chinese player pop camp, but does have enough village to squeeze on out, so he will need to take out another village relatively soon. Collecting quite a bit of gold, he may be eyeing for the Rat and Shield mercenaries. He needs a bit of population room. He does have enough gold for it. Got forward war hut here. Step Raiders do have 25 siege attack, which is a good amount to that war hut. Now it's cool to try and collect wood to get out a house there, a village. He does not have enough room for the villager. You may want to queue up that villager and then go for the mercenaries. The mercenaries will take up... actually, it doesn't say it takes up any population. For the most part, I'm not sure if they do or don't. I guess we'll find out soon enough. Step Riders push forward. These trade posts are the scouts. Or there's also a 2-moon runner there. The house will go down. The banner army will need a bit of population space, so you may want to lose units to get units, I guess. The villagers want to get hit there as well. Villagers goes on down. Got a villager here, you may want to call them the irregulars. Villagers see some hits there, but by these scouts, so they only do 1 damage per hit. We also got a lion here, which does also 1 damage versus villagers. Rat and Shields now pull out a few, which will be able to run. They are classified as shock infantry, if I remember correctly. Yep. And able to quickly overrun all the bowmen. These plume spearmen do go versus shock. And he's calling the irregulars, but looks like he will hold out there as the irregulars there. Sentry irregulars. Does clean that up. He could be eyeing for counterattack. The Incans are going for a shipment of... Oh, that's actually the scouts. He's bringing some more scouts there. That was actually the unit. It was not a native unit, but a scout unit, which is still horrendously bad versus villagers. But it does also greatly increase their hit points. Adds 9 damage to all action damage. Guess we could take a look at them. Here they are. Now they do up to 15 damage. Good attack speed. Still not great damage versus villagers. And they are classified as shock infantry. The Chinese still has a decent defense force on the field. It's also going for a shipment of Chimney Runners. He only has 23 villagers on the field. His opponent, the Chinese player, only has 21, 22. Of course, he is getting some free banded armies, which will pay out pretty good dividends. Right now, he's not collecting up any food. He's collecting a lot of wood. You may want to get some of these villagers on some of this deer. Got a shipment available. He does bring in a shipment of Juko News and go for Quang Pikemen. Village not being pursued by this force. He knows that he saw those units. These scouts do have good vision range. Maybe they're trying to torch on the village. The villagers do hop inside of the village. There's this Chuko News, and the village where they could crack. He has to go in before the Chuko News can arrive. Villagers going to see good damage there. They do fire volley. Chuko News firing away. They are, of course, archaic archer variant. Looks like it did lose a couple villagers here. The Chinese put us down to 18 villagers. The bandit army can't come out because it doesn't have enough population space. Sorry for that. There's Quang Pikeman. Does get the bandit army now on the field, which will give him some much needed emergency reinforcements. And he's got another village. He may want to tightly cluster up his stuff. And so also maybe go for a castle wherever his food's going to be at. Because right now it's not looking good for the Chinese player. He did go for let's see, the bandit army he's going for is, okay, switched it to the Ming army, which is some Quang Pikemen and Keshiks. Quang Pikemen are an anti-shock unit, which his opponent has deployed out a number of them, which is good. Crossbows, the Shukonus do not do bonus damage for shock. Not sure. Keshiks looks like an anti-cav, cavalry archer, so Dragoon variant should be able to do more damage versus the shock as well. It's probably better bandit arm to select. And also the Chinese player does back of the game now. This is Great saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.